What's up, metalheads? My name is Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate it. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoy this video, hit that like button for me. Alright guys, today I'm going to do my overview of what may be the best buy of the year. As far as knives go, this is the Bridgeport Knife Co. 395. And this thing is, just come right out and say it is spectacular for the money. This knife on pre-order I think was like $110 or something like that, but when they dropped they were only $128. Titanium liner lock, 14C 28N blade steel. The liner is stainless steel. Everything else is titanium. The blade is 14C 28N with a nice hollow grind on it. Titanium pocket clip, and absolutely phenomenal action. Thin blade stock, great cutter. Excellent jimping up here on the spine of the blade. Blade length is 3 inches, overall length is 7 inches. Blade thickness is only 110 thousandths. Handle is just under a ½ inch at 0.47 inches. And this thing is absolutely amazing, guys. It really is. I will own one of these in the very near future. I think I already have my eye. I found one, so fingers crossed. I think I've found one of these. Let's do some size comparisons. Here's the Urban EDC F5.5. Very similar in size to that as far as length goes and thickness. The F5.5 is a little thicker and a little broader, but not by too much. Here is the Dimco 80 20.5, so quite a bit smaller than that. This is another one of those knives like the F5.5. It's not very big, but with the forward finger choil, it makes it feel larger in hand than it actually is. Here's the tactile rock wall. It's a little bit thicker than the Rockwall, but quite a bit thinner and a little bit shorter. I do have a Asher, the new Asher coming also that I'm going to be checking out. I'm going to do a versus between this and the Asher, which I think will be a really good video. What else can we do here? We always do a penguin. Got to do a penguin. And always got to do a pair 3. Yeah, it's right there. Not much smaller than a bug out. Obviously, two extremely different knives. This is OEM by Kubi, by the way. And for the price, man, it makes you really start to question some of the other pricing going out there. Or it makes me start to question some of the other pricing out there. You know. Here's the Vastid Bellamy. Because if this knife had an M390 or 20 CV blade, and that one little piece of metal right there, the liner, was titanium, this knife would have a $300 price tag on it, or close to it, which to me it just no longer makes sense, man. I'm just having a hard time getting it. Here's the Wiha Coolix. It's going to be similar in size to the Coolix. Thickness-wise, they're almost identical. Very similar in size, actually. What else we got? We got to do a bug out. The Benchmade bug out. Here's a Benchmade Mini Freak. Haven't seen it on the channel in a while. Very similar in size to the Mini Freak. How about we do this beauty? Good Lord, this thing's nice. The God of Mischief by Renegade Provision Company. Good Lord, what a knife. What a knife. What a knife. If you were lucky enough to get one of these, congratulations to you. Oh my goodness. Here's the Devo Stout. That should be enough. Give you guys a good idea on the size of this knife. I'm very anxious to get the, look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at that blade. Good Lord, when I design my knife, it's going to have a very similar blade shape to that. And I have been drawing some stuff, just FYI. But yeah, I'm excited to put this up against the Asher with the hole. I think it's a Sparrow with the hole. It's on its way here to me, so I think they're going to be a good comparison. The same price range, very similar materials. And these guys, this knife and that knife for the price, man, it's hard to even, you can't argue it, you know. What you're getting here for the money, it's very impressive, especially when you consider the action. Action is phenomenal. The detent is phenomenal. Considering these were made by Kubi, Then Bridgeport Knife Co. sold them for just over $100 in the pre-order, and then $130 after the pre-order, which means they're getting these for a really good deal from Kubi, right? They have to be, because they're making money also. You know, Kubi's making money, and the owner of Bridgeport, the designer of this knife, is making money. Everybody's making a little money here and there, so yeah, I don't think there's too much being made, you know what I mean? With some knives, I look at them and I'm like, man, they're probably making 100% profit on that. With this one, I don't think that's the case. And they nailed it, guys. They absolutely nailed it with this knife. The ergos, fantastic. Whether back here with a medium-sized hand, I can get all 4 on there. A large hand would be fine also, but when you choke up, that's the money spot. The jimping is done perfectly. It's sharp, so it gives you a lot of traction, but not painfully sharp. You know, sharp enough, just where you need it. Got lots of milling on the inside of the titanium there for weight reduction. And then this entire scale is milled out, so that liner is nested in there. So that's completely milled out. And then most of the show side, I don't think I'll be able to, it's so thin, I don't think I'll be able to get in there and show you. Almost all of the show side is milled out also. There you go, you can see a little bit of it there. Yeah, phenomenal job on this one. This may, like I said, this may be the best buy of the year. I'm not going to say that until I get that Asher in hand, because I've been told the Asher is a little bit better. So I'm excited to get that Asher here and check it out also. If you guys got one of these, what do you think about it? This also came with a blacked out pivot and pocket clip. So there was this version and then the version with the blacked out pivot and pocket clip. And I think the pocket clip filler tab was blacked out also. Yeah, this would be a great candidate to do some anodizing on. And I've been watching some other techniques people have been using, and if I do buy one of these, I'm going to try it on this knife. A different technique using fingernail polish and making some different patterns and stuff. I think it'd look pretty sick on here. So, or it could just go one color on the scales and then just do the pocket clip, the pivot, and the filler tab one color and just have a two-tone knife. That'd look pretty good also, I think. The action though, guys, I gotta tell you, I'm not going to rave this much very often, but for what this knife cost, the action and ergos and materials you're getting, I'm astonished by this one. Completely astonished by this one. How good this one is. There's another one coming out that's going to be in this price range very soon with very similar materials, and I believe it's being made by Kubi also, and that is the Devo Mash, which is supposed to drop mid-January sometime on Blue Creek Knives. So that's another one I would really like to compare to this and that Asher. They're all in that $120 price range for a titanium liner lock knife with 14C. And I think we need to see more knives in this price point because, you know, a lot of us, including myself, right? You know, we can buy the $50 knives, you know, the mini sheepdogs or the Vist variants and stuff. That's doable. But for a lot of us, it's hard to buy these, you know, $350 knives or, you know, $500 knives. These are not mine, by the way. And, you know, so but you can get these down to 120 and give us these materials, you know, with this quality for that price. You know, you're going to get a lot more people interested in picking up these knives. You're hitting a different price point at that point. All these super nice knives coming out at 300 plus from Bestech, these OEMs from Bestech and Riat, they're gorgeous. They're fantastic knives, don't get me wrong, but it prices a lot of people out. This is a new price category we're not really seeing, right? The Asher and the Mash, and maybe there's some others out there that are priced like this that are using these materials I'm not aware of. If there are, comment below. I would love to have a list of other ones to check out, but we need to see more of this from everybody. Everybody needs to concentrate on this price point. I know everybody loves the, you know, the 20CV with the, you know, fat carbon inlays and all that fancy stuff. It's beautiful. I love them too. But, you know, if you want to sell a lot of knives, do this price point. You're going to sell a lot more knives, a whole lot more knives, and grow your companies, in my opinion, because you have a lot more people out there that can pick it up, that can afford it. And with this one, it's worth every penny. It really is worth every penny. It's fantastic. I love it. They did such a good job. And Kubi's doing the mash too, so I'm really excited to see the mash. And the mash is one I'm definitely going to be buying, so look very forward to it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.